All right, so now D-Wade in Cleveland for a year right now. As this roster is currently constructed, what do you see as their biggest problem?
Their biggest problem is there's a team in the Bay Area that has 4 current All-Stars on it. The Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Obviously, you have KD and Draymond Green up front. And then they added to their bench. They continue to have Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston. They brought over Nick Young. So the Golden State Warriors are loaded. But the thing people are underestimating about the Cleveland Cavaliers is they got better this offseason. They only lost 1 player, Kyrie Irving. But they added Isaiah Thomas, who basically averaged the same amount of points. Crowder's going to give them minutes up front. Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, re-signed Kyle Korver. They still have Kevin Love, who always gets overlooked in these all-star discussions. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a super team. And they have LeBron James, by the way, the best player in the world.
Do you see how you skip right over the East?
Yes.
He's like, watch this.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's really what it's about. Real talk, right? Boston's
going to be there. They were the #1 seed. We got to give them their props. They'll be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wizards?
I like Toronto. I like Washington. I like the Greek freak in Milwaukee. And everybody else in the East.
Don't even talk about them?
Yeah, we'll see.
Good luck with that.
Shoot.
In the annual survey of the NBA's GMs prior to the season, they picked LeBron as the favorite to win the MVP this season. What will have the biggest impact on his quest for a 5th MVP? Dwayne Wade coming to Cleveland or Kyrie going to Boston?
Kyrie going to Boston. No question about it, because LeBron took that personal, as he should. A young player don't want to run with me. I thought you was my little brother. I thought I showed you how to play in big games, and we won championships together. I gave you the ball late. You made a big 3 on the right wing over Steph Curry.
Now you want nothing to do with me?
And now we can't run together? Okay, cool. And so I think LeBron's going to take that personal. He averaged a career highs in rebounds and assists last year. Here's my challenge with LeBron. Russell did it last year, Bron. Don't average 26, 27 points. Give me like 21, 22 points and give me 10 boards and give me 10 assists. I need to see Bron average a triple-double this year. He has the ability to do so. If he's able to do that, that's how you win MVP. In a league where Kawhi Leonard's going to be in the conversation, Spurs are going to find ways to win 50 games. He's going to be in Defensive Player of the Year conversations. And obviously KD. He's going to be flirting with a 50, 40, 90 season basically every year. And the Golden State Warriors may have the best overall record in the game.
So Kobe Bryant spoke out yesterday, said if he was still playing, he would kneel for the national anthem. So I'm curious to know, if you were still playing, what would you do?
That's a great question. I would actually stand for the national anthem. I was behind Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf in Denver 20-plus years ago when he decided to pray during the national anthem. That was his choice. That was my brother. And at the time, I felt like, man, that's a courageous thing that he's doing. I appreciate the fact that he's doing it. But at the same time, I'm going to stand for the flag because I feel like America has done so much for me, and I appreciate my being and appreciate the things that I'm able to do to give back to my community. But here's the thing that has happened. People are talking about the anthem and the protest. It's not an anthem protest. They're protesting equality. They're protesting police brutality. They're protesting things that I try to influence in my community, the lack of education for inner city youth, and a quality one. So based on that, we do a Pledge of Allegiance. We do these things before our board meetings. And I was like, wait a minute. Am I going to stand or am I going to? And then I looked at our donor wall, and I'm like, you know what? 98% of the people that are on our donor wall, they don't look like me. There are so many people that actually have committed themselves to try to help me give back to the community. And so while I think it's a noble move by the players, and I applaud it, I want to see the next step. I want to see now, where are we going to take this? How are you going to give back to your community? How are you going to find a way to make change? Because we've talked about the issue, and I love talking about the issue, but now it's time for action.
And thank you for bringing that up, because the message had been lost. Yes. The message had been lost in the action. So thank you for that. And the NBA does have a rule that players and coaches must stand for the national anthem. That is what it is.
And the message have been cherry-picked. Like Jerry Jones, like seriously, like y'all are going to take a knee before the anthem and then go stand for the anthem and let everybody know, hey, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We made sure we stood for the anthem. You can't please everyone in the protest. It's supposed to make people uncomfortable, and it's supposed to create conversation.
A whole lot of deflection going on around what is the real issue.